Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. I get sent pictures and emails and videos, and if you would like to do so, my email is in the description box below. So this first email comes in with some pictures. She said, I wanted to share something with you. My son bought what is called a ball fresh hang on, tech jelly jam maker back in 2017 when Kmart closed its doors for $20. He never used it, but thought he would someday. Last night, he took it out and made 4 pints of strawberry jelly from a 4-pound bag of frozen strawberries, which you can also use fresh. Then he made it in 21 minutes, no stirring on your part. Then he water bath canned it for 20 minutes. The machine does it all. It was awesome to watch. I'll send you some pictures. There's no stopping now. Tonight he's making apple pie jelly. Ooh, that sounds amazing. So here is an email with a picture attached that says wheat shortage. You could still buy a bucket of white flour from Augason Farms on Amazon, but the LDS online store is out of stock. Buy it now. Thank you. So here's an email with some pictures. And it says, our spare room, we have our pantry. We have 3 shelves so far. I was at Goodwill this morning and found these hanging closet organizers. I hung them in the closet, put items in them. I was able to free up shelf space by doing this. We pretty much have every nook and cranny full of items. Same here. These pictures are really, really awesome. And what a way to inspire community members and give them ideas. This is great. Thank you. So here is an email from a community member. She said, I hope you had a happy Easter. He has risen. Yes, he has. Here is an update for you. This coming summer fall will be my 3rd year as a farmer's market vendor in Northwest Wisconsin. For the first 2 years, I was registered through the state of Wisconsin to be able to accept WIC and senior food vouchers. Our market matches those dollars through generous grants so that those who need fresh local food are able to get it. I thought it was a great program because not everyone can have a garden, but everyone should have access to high quality fresh food. I think both programs, WIC and Senior, provide about $35 to use at farmers markets to buy fresh veggies and fruits for the season. No breads, meats, cheeses, or prepared foods, only fresh. Just this week, I received an email from the state about new updates within the program. Beginning this year, for vendors to redeem the vouchers, they will need a QR code. Oh no. Okay. In years previous, vendors were able to go to their local bank to redeem them for a deposit or cash. The banks took care of sending them into the state. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate in that program anymore, and this hurts me, but more importantly, it hurts those people who depend on the vouchers. Also, one of the farmers markets that I sell at had a meeting a couple of weeks ago and talked about how great it would be to go cashless. Really? Because that's where the world is going. And apparently you have to follow trends. Who said? A cashless farmers market doesn't seem right. No, it doesn't at all. I mean, oh, okay. You're supposed to hand over a sweat crinkled $5 for a pound of freshly dug carrots and a pound of fresh pickled green beans. You are right. This is really upsetting. Okay. It just seems like a way for big government to track how many tomatoes I sell. Don't get me wrong, I do file my taxes on my earnings at the market. If the market does decide to accept credit, it would result in additional fees for me to pay, right? Because isn't it like, even I know like independent stores around here, the transaction has to be over a certain amount of money in order to use like your Visa, MasterCard, or whatever. Otherwise, they tack on a fee. So, so she says, personally, I think if a vendor wants to accept a credit debit card, they should be the ones to shoulder that burden, not me. Wow. She said, thought you'd appreciate the update. I'm assuming this is a decision that will or has already impacted by this. I hope it doesn't deter people from visiting farmers markets. No, I don't think it will, only because I know for certain that people would rather go to their local farmers market than go to a supermarket, you know. Thank you very much. Now, here's a video for you that explains that about 10 foods that are legal in the U.S. but are banned in other countries.
Here are 10 foods that are legal in the U.S. but banned in other countries due to health concerns. Mountain Dew. Little Debbie Swiss Rolls. Frosted Flakes. Coffee Made Coffee Creamer. Stovetop Stuffing. Okay, this one has got to be the hardest for me. Skittles. Wheat Thins. Iterate. Pop-Tarts. And Ritz crackers.
Now, here's a video about the introduction of CBDC and what's going to happen the day the banks decide to close. Okay?
When the collapse comes, the FDIC admits that they will send out an announcement. So get ready for this. They admit they will send out an announcement and they will tell us not to use money. This is how that's going to go down. They tell us that they plan on telling us on a Friday night. See if you can guess why they would tell us on a Friday night that the banking system has collapsed.
There are a lot of things we've been thinking about, and what we want to hear from you today is what you think the priorities would be in order to go about setting expectations appropriately in public about how we would execute Title II. So that if and when we do have to have that announcement on Friday night, ideally Friday night, that people are in a position to receive it, understand it, and say, yeah, that works. And we can see how this will happen. Of course, there will be doubters, but there's a lot of things going on.
So Friday night, of course, and the banking system is closed. So people all weekend can just be at home freaking out because, oh, wait a minute, I just lost, what's going to happen with my money?
Yeah.
My bank's going, like, we're in this economic, what the hell are you going to do about my money? It's gone. They're admitting, like, this is coming.
Now, here's a post for you. And it has to do with an act. And it talks about certain things. So I'm going to put it up, pause the video, and read it. Okay? Now here's a picture that was sent in by a community member. And this community member, I helped her start her freedom garden. And I know that all of these veggies came from her freedom garden. So I want to thank you for sending in these pictures. She said, this is my Easter dinner. I'm serving it over rice. I guess I got a little carried away with the veggies, but that's okay because I can freeze them. That's okay. These veggies look amazing, and I absolutely love it. So here's a picture that I'm going to put up for you, but I have to read it first because the wording is very, very small, okay? It says, today is the worst I've seen it on the spot market. With the live DAT load board, you could watch loads get crossed off as they were posted. There was no time to run credit checks on unfamiliar brokers. Brokers like TQL had busy signals seconds after posting. Almost all of the loads had posted rates. Some would cross off their garbage rate and lower them almost immediately. It was as if they were saying, I'll keep lowering the rate till my phone stops ringing. This is 150 miles radius of Philadelphia yesterday and today. It's like this is all over. I'm hoping this is just because nobody is buying stuff going into Easter. But honestly, I got a call at 10:30 last night, and it got covered by a desperate truck for next to nothing by the time I returned the call 7 minutes later. Most of these guys are hauling out of New Jersey for less than $1.30 a mile, it looks like. Should be a lot of belly up trucks within the next 4 weeks. And before I go, this video was sent in by a community member, and this I would like for you to share far and wide as much as possible. This is a concerned mom that is looking for her son, okay? And this is for Florida, for the Tampa Bay area, okay? So if you live in the Tampa Bay area, even just in Florida in general, please listen to this. I feel very bad for this mom. As a mom and a grandmother and an aunt myself, I am praying for her. So please pray for this mom, okay? I will see you guys in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.
I have been handing flyers out, and I told you guys I'd post a picture. So I'm asking you if you please will share this, repost this, share it everywhere, especially if you're in Florida. If you're in Lander Lakes, Hudson, Spring Hill, Newport Richie, Clearwater, even, to share this. I have a phone. All I'm asking is please don't call the number unless you actually have information on my son. They misspelled his name, and I didn't see it until I started handing the flyers out tonight, but Lucas. He does wear a hat sometimes, a lot. But he wears glasses, and he's gained a little weight in his face. But I wanted a picture with glasses because he'll have glasses on. He's not been seen since February 14th in Lander Lakes, Florida. He hasn't signed to social media. He hasn't turned his phone on. He hasn't contacted a friend or family member. So I'm begging for you to share this so that I can make sure that he's okay. And definitely prayers. I handed out all evening flyers, and I'll continue to more. You have any information, please? Tomorrow's my birthday, and I would love to my son on my birthday. But this is my son. And I would love. This is know he's okay. That time.